Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea and in this channel we talk all things business, tech, mindset, online teaching in general, and many more things that interest me. So if any of those topics interest you, then consider subscribing. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about how much money you can make working in Italy as an English teacher. I am saying English teacher because that was the job that I had and that's basically what I can talk about. And the figures that I'm going to mention here are not fixed, let's say. They do vary in the sense that probably if you work in bigger cities, then you are going to be making a lot more, but you also have to take into account that the cost of living also increases. I'm going to be talking about how much money I made and if it's actually worth it or not. So if you would like to know more about that, then keep on watching. So let's start with the fact that Italy does not have a proper or like a legal minimum wage. Before coming here, I wanted to know more or less what the minimum wage was so that I would know like if I was gonna get paid the standard, let's say the standard wage, or if I was gonna get paid just the minimum wage. And I do think that salaries in Italy are really low, especially in the south, and I'm gonna tell you why. Basically, I agreed to be paid 1,215 euros net per month. And this did not vary in the sense that if I worked, I don't know, like 15 days because we had a 5-day holiday or something, I was gonna get paid the same. This, of course, does not apply if you are starting or if you're finishing your contract mid-month. So that's to say, if you start in September, let's say you start on the 15th and you have more or less 15 days till the end of the month, then you are not getting those 1,215 euros. You are getting 50% of that, which is 607 euros for that for those 15 days, let's say. And this also applies if your contract finishes mid-month. So for example, my contract finished on the 18th or 17th of June, which meant that I was only getting paid for those 18th days that I worked. The rest, no. Another thing to take into account is the fact that I do not know exactly how much I paid for taxes, even though I have some of the payslips, but I seriously do not know what each of the items mean. And that's something for another video where I talk about some of the good, the good, the bad, and the ugly of working abroad. But yeah, like I don't know what those items meant. So I don't know what exactly I was paying in terms of taxes, but the net amount was always the same, 1,215. I know for a fact that some other teachers were getting paid more. One teacher who had, I believe, 1 year more of experience than me was getting 1,300 net. But another teacher who was just starting out was getting paid 1,100 net. Something to bear in mind is that this net amount includes something which is called TRF, which is, if I'm not mistaken, trattamento di rapporto fino, something like that. I'm gonna probably clarify it somewhere here, which is basically the amount of money that the company should pay you by the end of, or like if they decide to like fire you or something. I don't really know exactly what that is, but I know that it's a set amount of money that if something were to happen, then you would get paid that at the end of your contract, like with your final paycheck. However, I don't know why I was getting that money every month and not at the end of my contract. So my net amount included that thing. So yeah, don't know why. Then another thing to bear in mind, specifically if you're working in Italy, is the fact that you, depending on the industry that you're in, you have something which is called tredicesima, or yeah, which is like the 13th or the 14th salary. So I'm pretty sure that not all industries, or not like all jobs give out this the 14th salary, but most of them do give away the 13th salary, which is basically a salary, a full salary that you receive either in June or in December. So something to bear in mind is the fact that my net salary already included that thing. That's something that I didn't know before traveling to Italy. I found out about it when I got my final paycheck, and apparently everything was there. And they also included like a piece of paper that I signed when I first got there, but as I had no idea what that was, I just signed it. And then I found out it's basically the amount of money that you would get in December or in June, but they put it in your net salary. And I was asked if I wanted that percentage or that amount of money to be retained, let's say, for those months, and then be given that money in December or in June. And I said, no, why would I do that? But again, at that time, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that meant. And so whenever, just like if you're planning to go to Italy, then you can ask about this. Especially if you are going to be giving a net salary, ask about whether you will be given the 13th salary or the 14th salary, and if your net salary already includes that amount, or if that amount is extra. Another question many people ask is how many hours you are supposed to work. So basically, when I was on a full-time contract, and for English language teachers, that meant 24 to 25 real hours or 30 academic hours. And apart from those hours, I was also required to work up to 3 real hours of admin, but this didn't include things like planning or correction or material preparation, nothing of that kind. It basically included any meetings that we had, any sort of like workshops or seminars or webinars that we had to attend, and that counted as an admin hour. But it doesn't mean that you are getting paid for planning, material preparation, and all of that. You don't. Another big question is whether this salary is enough for you to live in Italy. And the answer is it depends on where you are living. If you live in the south, I was living in Calabria, in Reggio Calabria. That was enough for you to get by. But let's say that you're moving there and you have a kid, I think that your finances are going to be really tight. I can talk about, and I will talk about, the cost of living in Reggio Calabria in a different video. So if you would like to know more about that, then make sure to comment down below your questions, and don't forget to subscribe and tap on the bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. To give you an idea, half of your salary is going to go to your rent and your bills. And by bills, I mean electricity and your phone data plan. Again, I'm going to be talking more about this in a different video. So again, if you'd like to know more about that, then don't forget to comment down below your questions, and I'll make sure to address them in the next video. Half of your salary is gonna go to your bills, and let's say that 200 to 150, probably 300, depending on what you eat and how you, let's say, what things you like to do in your free time, then you're also going to be spending that amount of money in food, drinks, and many other things. Now, is it worth it? Is it really worth it working in Italy as an English teacher? My answer is it really depends on what you want to do. I think that it's great if you want to get the experience of living in Italy, and if you would like to like learn Italian or experience the culture in a sort of way. However, I don't think that Italy should be your, this is just my perspective, this is my opinion. You may have a different opinion, and that's okay, but I do think that Italy is not the place to go if you want to just work for one place and receive one salary and basically save money from working there. And again, I do think that some language schools do take advantage of the fact that many teachers who work as English teachers do not have families, because I don't believe that someone who has a child, let's say a single parent who has a child, can support his or her family just with that salary alone. There are some positive things, but I will be discussing that in a complete different video. But again, it really depends on what you want to do. If you want to save money, I don't recommend it. You will have to take on a different, like another job, or get private students who will be able to help you save money. But I don't think that Italy should be your first choice if you are planning to make money to save money. Is it better than working in certain Latin American countries like Argentina? Yes, but again, it really depends. Another thing to take into account is if you are working in Italy, I am like 100% sure or 99% sure that you will not have a job for 3 months. So you have to save money in order to sustain yourself for those 3 months. Something that many teachers do is that they apply for summer jobs and then they go to different countries in order to work there. But the reality is that it doesn't work for many of us, because we are not able, we as in Latin America, just one passport. Me, I have an Argentinian passport. I cannot go and work in the UK. I cannot go and work in Germany. I cannot go and work in Poland for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months till I get back to my job. So that's also one of the downsides, let's say, and that's also something that you should bear in mind if you are planning to come to Italy. It's highly likely that you will not have a job during the summer, and you will have to apply for jobs if you want to keep on paying your bills. But yeah, like it really depends on what you want to do. If you happen to have any questions that you'd like me to answer, if you would like to know more about my experience, then make sure to leave them in the comment box down below, and I'll make sure to answer as soon as possible. But yeah, that was all for today's video. Make sure to watch these 2 videos next, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.